The first thing that goes when I'm stressed is my sleep. Okay, so this is my system, and it's really easy for me to feel overwhelmed. I'm doing work, and then, oh my god, I have the most amazing idea. Write it on a post-it note, put it back down on my desk, and I'll go back to work. Remember to be kind to yourself. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. Right before we get into it though, I'd really love to draw your attention to some really important topics that need our attention right now. If you go to natalieByrne.com/4 things, I've collected 4 links that really won't take you long at all, that we can all do in order to fight to make this world a better place for everyone. That's natalieByrne.com/4 things. All the links will be there. It doesn't take you long at all, and if you've got time to watch this video, you've got time to do a little bit of collectivism. Thanks. Hi everyone, I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Natalie Byrne. I'm an illustrator, and I make videos about creativity and some behind the scenes of what it's like to be an illustrator. Huge thank you to my patrons for allowing me to make this kind of work. And they were the ones that suggested that I make this kind of video. So let's just get into it. I feel like I'm still learning, but I've definitely got into a place where I'm much better at kind of having things in place that are managing my stress, make me feel like I can tackle every day no matter what happens, and also switch it off, which I think is so important, especially if you're working from home, especially if you're a creative person, especially if you've got multiple things going on at one time, especially if you're working in the evenings. So some of these things might be really simple and might be really easy. Other things might not be, and I completely understand that if you have kids or if you work night shifts, some of these things might not be something that you can easily do. As I'm single and I don't have kids, I have a very different lifestyle, but I tried to cover all the bases so that when some of these things are off for me, there are other things I can also do to help me feel like I'm on top of my stuff. So this video is going to be in 2 categories. Part 1 is going to be the stuff away from your desk, because that is also very important. And then part 2 is going to be all the stuff that happens at my desk. Number 1 on this list is routine. I just uploaded my summer morning routine. Thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback on that. One thing I missed from that actually is my summer morning playlist. I'll leave it linked below. Music is how I get out of bed in the morning in a good mood. I know that if some of you have watched my summer morning routine, it might have seemed like a lot, and it is, but that took a lot of time to build. And what I will say, to someone who doesn't have a routine at all, I would just say pick one stress management practice, whether that's yoga or going for a walk or meditating, and pick one. Just start with one, don't overwhelm yourself, and add it to a habit that you already have in place. So when I wanted to start exercising, I paired it with brushing my teeth. So every time I brushed my teeth, I then went to the gym. So pick one thing. A stress management practice can be something really, really simple, something you like doing, something you know you'll enjoy doing, and pair it with a habit that you already have. So it could be your breakfast, and then you meditate. You have a shower, and then you go for a walk, or you make your cup of coffee and you do morning pages. Like, it could be anything that you already have, and then that is the way to build a habit. You pair it with something that you already have in your life that is like, you don't even think about it. It's just like, yes, I do this thing every single day without thinking about it. And you build on that really slowly over time. Don't overwhelm yourself. But I think having a stress management practice every day is the best advice I ever got. The next thing is nutrition. You have to look at your body like it's an engine. I know that it can't function up here to the best of its capability, or even like 60%, if I'm not giving it the fuel that it needs to thrive. So these are a couple of the things that I do. One thing I read quite a while ago is that you should be aiming for at least 2 portions of leafy greens every day. So the way that I like to do this is chuck some in my morning smoothie, or I'll chuck some in my lunch, in a salad, mix it with loads of other stuff, drizzle olive oil, smoked paprika, lemon, mix it all up. Delicious. You're welcome. Yeah, those are the ways that I like to have it. I like to mix things up every now and then, so if you have a way that you like to eat your greens, please let me know. Another thing is blueberries. If you haven't heard about the power of blueberries and you have trouble with concentration, focus, I'm going to leave an article down below about how there's loads of tests that have been done and they're proven to help with ADHD and focus. Carbs. I love carbs. I love bread. I love pasta. One thing I have noticed though is I get really sleepy after carbs. This is one of probably the biggest effects on my life. So dramatic, but it's true. When I switch my pasta and my potatoes to have at the end of the day, now of course this isn't every day, like I'm not a robot, I like breaking the rules, okay? Usually when I'm on my period I'll have whatever I want, but on the days I really do struggle, and most of the time I do try and eat like a lighter carb, so brown rice, quinoa, lentils, I will have that at lunch, and I just notice a huge improvement on my focus in the day. And like then in the evening I'll make a really delicious pasta or a jacket potato or baked potato or pasta. Can you tell I love pasta? So I'll have that, and I'll make sure to eat around 6. I have been known to eat about 5:30 because I am a grandma, and to make sure that I'm eating early enough so that I can give my body enough time to digest it. If you're eating too late before bedtime, it can disrupt your sleep, which is important. So I always try and make sure to eat around 6. Being a bit more mindful about my lunch, huge impact, ginormous impact. I like, even when I'm on my period and or on days where I will put like a heavier carb at lunch, I just want to sleep. I just want to go for a nap. I just feel groggy and heavy and sluggish. This isn't food, but this is in this category. Water, guys. I have one of these on my desk. I usually when I'm working out, I'll finish one by 12, just because, I mean, I sweat a lot, okay? I drink a lot of water. I've always been known to drink a lot of water, but I know this is a big problem for some people, but water is so important. Like, I'm sorry, but we can do all of these like fancy tricks and use all the apps and do whatever, but if we're not like taking care of our bodies, then we're just gonna burn out. That leads us on to the final thing in part 1, sleep. So, sleep. If we want to be focused, we have to think about sleep. The first thing that goes when I'm stressed is my sleep. If you're watching this and you're going through a really stressful time right now, I completely understand that this is not something that I can just be like, hey, you just need to get a good night's sleep and everything will be fine. If sleep is being a constant problem in your life, please, please, please go to a doctor, get some help, because we can do everything else, but if we're not getting a decent sleep, or even just trying to get a decent sleep, like I said, sleep has huge effects on life expectancy, on like loads of diseases like heart disease, and it can even make you more susceptible to memory diseases like Alzheimer's. So please, please, please fuck like this idea of like, I'll sleep when I die. Yeah, you will die. You will die sooner if you're not sleeping well. But also if you have kids, I completely understand that this is like really easy for me to just say because I don't have kids. But sleep is vital for learning and memory. So it's really important, I thought, to add in here. So what I do to prepare for a good night's sleep is, I think I read a while ago that Oprah dims her lights in the evening. Instead of putting them on like full whack, she dims them at 9 o'clock. So I do that too, because if it's good enough for Oprah, then we're going to do it. Other things I do is I like CBD oil. I'm going to show you a bunch that have been sent to me. CBD is one of those things that doesn't get you high. It does not get you high, but it's one of those things that after time I noticed, and then when I stop taking it, I'll be like, oh, CBD definitely helped with my sleep. It definitely helped me fall asleep a little bit faster, and it definitely helped the amount of times I wake up in the night. I stopped taking it for a bit and I realised I was like waking up a lot in the night. So I'd really recommend CBD oil and a good skincare routine. Love me some skincare. Let me know if you want to see my evening routine. I'd love to share that with you guys. I think it's so important, especially for me, because I work in my bedroom, if you haven't noticed. So my evening routine is like, it's so important to me so that I'm sending like messages to my brain, like it's the end of the work day, you are calming down. I have to, because I don't commute, because I'm not leaving my desk. My desk is like right next to my bed. I'm trying to basically like send messages to my brain that's like, the end of the work day is over now. Now it is time for bed. So part 2 of this whole video. Now we've done nutrition, sleep, routine, and we've talked about things away from the desk, away from work. Now let's get into the stuff that happens at your desk. So these are just a couple of things that have really helped me. They're nothing new. I'm not the first person to talk about all of these. I'm going to list some amazing people that have talked about these things down below in the description as well. Number 1, plan. Plan. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm like, every day I have a new idea that I want to do. I have like a gazillion things going on up here of things I want to do, passion projects, personal projects, client work, friendships, relationships, ideas, product ideas, business ideas. I have like, this is what my brain is like all the time. If don't wake up and have a plan, I would just like pick something new that is really exciting me and I'll just like do that. Okay, so this is my system. I have a ginormous client spreadsheet. Then I have a bullet journal. Bullet journal was more for fun, but now it has been like instrumental. Like all of these are bullet journals. Like there's like I don't know. Let me know if you want a whole video on bullet journals. I think I have about 7. This is mine. I've just finished it. Let me know if you want to see like a flip through, I think it's called, or how I set it up, because I've got to set up a new one. I have a weekly spread, a month, and what I love so much about the bullet journal is you can make it completely customizable to your needs. So I do use it for my sketchbook as well, because I just get so sick of having so many things. One thing I do is, that has been a game changer, and I've been doing this for quite a while. Before I go to bed, I write 3 of the most important, essential things I need to do. So what I would recommend is write a huge big brain dump of everything you need to do, especially if you're feeling really stressed. It's so important to just like word vomit on a page and just get it out of you. Then I would say pick 5 of the top things that are the most important out of the whole list. Number them all, pick the top 3, put that on a little tiny note next to your desk. Because for me, when I look at a really big list, I'm like, oh my god, I have so much to do. So just take the 3 most important things, put that on a post-it note, put it on your desk, put everything else away in a book, outside, out of mind, and just wake up in the morning and boom, these are the 3 most important things that you have to do today. And then when you're done with them, you know exactly where to go. So that has been a game changer to me, because I am someone that has had anxiety for a really long time. I've had severe anxiety for a really long time. I was hospitalised for it. Let me know if you want to hear my story. I haven't had a panic attack in almost 2 years. And planning and being organised and also looking after myself has been the reason why I sorted it out. And like I said, I'm someone that if I see like so much stuff, like I just find it really hard to digest a lot of information at a time. I also have dyslexia, so I think that has a huge impact in how I absorb information, because it is learning difficulty and it's really easy for me to feel overwhelmed. So those are like some tricks in terms of planning. It's really nice to have things, again, for me, I work in my bedroom, my desk is in my bedroom. If you have space to put up a big whiteboard, if you have space to put up a big like year plan, great. But I just, for me, because I work in my bedroom, waking up and not having anything on my walls that reminds me of work has been so important, because again, I need to sleep in this room. I need to relax in this room. So for me, having things that I can put away, like a spreadsheet, like a book, has been vital in how I'm not like thinking about work all the time, because I can put it away. Number 2, Pomodoro. If you haven't heard of the Pomodoro technique, then where the hell are you at? Where are you? It's fine. You've clicked on this video. I'm here. I'm going to tell you what it is. The Pomodoro technique is just a technique that means you focus in chunks. So it's 20 minutes or 25 minutes. I don't know which one. You can either do this with an app or do it manually. I flip and flop between the two. I have the Forest app, which if you get points, they will actually plant a tree for you, which is just amazing. Sometimes when I know that I am being a bit too, giving a bit too much attention to my phone, I will have to put my phone away and I'll use this, which is like old school. So put the timer on for 20 minutes, you focus, laser focus work for 20 minutes. You have a 5-minute break, so I like to do some stretches, make sure I'm drinking enough water, maybe I'll go and make a drink, open the window. It's so good if you're working at your desk to make sure you're also staring at things that aren't really close to you. So I always try and make sure to look at that tree that's really far away to make sure I'm not like, you know, flexing my eye muscles. That was a weird thing I said. And then another 20 minutes of like focused work, another 5-minute break, and you do that 4 times, and then you have 1 long break. And for me, I only need to do that maybe once or twice. Like for me, it's getting into the flow of work and just being like, I'm just going to focus on this one thing for 20 minutes. That's nothing. That feels like nothing. I can do that. I can totally do that. Pomodoro technique. Let me know if you have heard of it. Let me know if you haven't heard of it. Let me know if you're going to do it. Number 3 is being aware of your weaknesses. So like I said, I have a huge problem with feeling overwhelmed. I had a huge problem with feeling overwhelmed. I also have dyslexia. I also have shiny object syndrome. So being really aware of my weaknesses means that I am not only prepared for them, but I have strategies in place so that when they come up and when problems arise, I know exactly already. I've planned it already. I know exactly what to do. So one thing I like to do is, again with the post-it note, I have post-it notes on my desk all the time. So when I'm like doing work, I'm doing work, and then, oh my god, I have the most amazing idea. And instead of, like, I don't know, getting started on this idea I just write it down on a post-it note. Bam, idea for genius business idea plan. Write it on a post-it note, put it back down on my desk, and I'll go back to work. So I feel like, oh, I've put that idea safe. It's down somewhere. It is safe. It's out of my head. It's on something, and I can feel like I can just get on with my day. Has been huge. And then at the end of the day, I will always stick the post-it note in my bullet journal, so I just have loads of these like random ideas. The last and final thing that I will say as the sun starts to melt away of this day, I'm a poet, is remember to be kind to yourself. It's a very odd time, and it has been in the last few months. It's been, people's mental health has been skyrocketing at a level that we've never had before, even when the times are tough and there's a lot of stress, that you're doing everything you can to look after yourself and look after the others around you. For me, my health and well-being always comes first, always, because I cannot make great work. I cannot work if I'm not taking care of myself. And like I said, I've come a long way from my anxiety, and one of the greatest things that going through a really awful experience, not being able to eat. I mean, I had diarrhea for like 2 years. Like, I never thought I was gonna be able to like eat food and be okay. There's nothing that's ever gonna make me not take my health seriously. And yeah, just, I think that's it on this video. Just eat your greens. Don't forget to hit like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you next week. Let me know what you think of these tips. Are you going to do any of them? Are you doing any of them already? Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. If you like this t-shirt, I tie-dyed 20 of my white t-shirts. They're up on my Depop right now. All the links will be in the description. Let me know if there isn't one in your size, because I might tie-dye some more stuff because I want to now. Don't forget to go to natalieByrne.com/4things. You know you want to, please. And I'll see you next week. Bye.